Live Free or Die Hard, the fourth installment of the Die Hard series. Where do I begin? Don't get me wrong, I love this movie, but it is really different compared to the other Die Hard movies. Like, Bruce Willis is there, and the name Die Hard is in it, and the action's there, but there's something about it. It has over-the-top action scenes. Now, don't get me wrong, I do enjoy the action in this movie, but there are scenes such as the jet scene in this movie. You got Bruce Willis, again, as John McClane, and he does a super good job at it. A lot of people complain that he seems a little bored in this movie, but I think he's just fine in this movie. I think he does what he needs to do, and he does it well. Some people had a problem with Justin Long, who played the computer nerd guy that tagged along with John McClane. I thought he was okay. He was a little bit annoying at first, but you kind of just bond with him. I think the story is really good in this movie, but it is kind of over the top compared to the other ones. This movie felt kind of a stretch that John McClane's in this kind of wrong situation, you know, because he's always in the wrong place at the wrong time. Now, I don't want to seem like I'm saying all bad things about this movie, because I really love it. I really do. I love the bad guy. Although he was no Hans Gruber or Simon Gruber, I think he was the third best in the series so far. I did love how kind of near the end of the movie, he takes Bruce Willis's daughter hostage. And John McClane's just like,
I'm gonna kill this guy and get my daughter. Or I'm gonna kill my daughter and get this guy.
He didn't say that, but something like it. I guess what they were trying to do was the 21st Die Hard century, and I guess they were changing it up, but it's kind of too different. It's a good action movie, and the story's really well, but it's like if Batman was in Star Wars. It's kind of different, you know? They just don't really mix. And another thing about this movie, Bruce Willis is bald. And I actually like that for some reason. It gives him kind of that average person feel. I did love a lot of scenes in this movie. I loved the first fight scene in the apartment. That was awesome. I loved the entire chase scene on the bridge, and the thing is just shooting the truck. Up until the jet scene, of course. And I love the yippee-ki-yay in this one. It's my second favorite of the entire series. It's actually my third favorite when I think about it now. There's a downside to it, though. This movie was PG-13, and a lot of people hated that. And I'm not gonna lie, I hated it too. John McClane's a rated R man. He's not PG-13. They censored the F word. You just don't do that to John. John McClane is like this little kid. You gotta give him his candy, he'll be happy. This movie is really well directed, and I was very surprised because I did not like the director of this movie, but I think he did a good job with this movie. The action scenes were really well, although some might be a stretch and over the top, but I think it worked really smoothly. And I think it was an interesting chapter in John McClane's life. You can just tell he feels kind of sad because he's divorced, and his daughter just has nothing to do with him. So he's just kind of in the middle between these two things, and I guess he's just depressed. And having this entire bad thing happen to him, with some hackers hacking the world, he's just really mad about it. This is probably the most epic Die Hard you'll see, but I don't know, I haven't seen the new one yet. It's funny, when you go on the IMDb page on the message board, people hate this movie for some reason. Let me get this straight. Not everybody, but the true Die Hard fans hate this movie. And I like this movie, actually. Maybe not as much as the original, but I think it's better than 2. It's funny, they call it Die Hard in name only. Can't blame them. This movie is really fun, though. Is it as good as the original Die Hard? No. But I would say it's probably the third best in the series. Just a little bit less than Die Hard with a Vengeance. This is a great movie with just a few things that kind of make you just go, bleh. But if you can get past that, you'll have a great time. I had a great time watching this. It was really fun. Bruce Willis did a super good job at it. But it felt like a different type of Die Hard movie. I'm not saying that's a bad thing, because it wasn't totally different. It was just a little bit different. The chemistry between John McClane's daughter and John McClane, it just really works really well. I wouldn't say the chemistry between John McClane and the geek guy was really good, but it was okay for this kind of movie. Yippee-ki-yay! This is a good movie, though. You should definitely check it out. I give Live Free or Die Hard fun babies. I would give it awesome babies, but it was just a little bit too short of great. Give me a movie to review, comment below, let me know what you thought of this review, give me a thumbs up, it really helps me out, and until next time, guys.